Here's a demonstration of the Kahoot game I've created to use with my students after reading The Great Gatsby before we take our summative assessment. This is the page I see when I log in. Take you to the next screen here, and this will just show you what it looks like as you edit your questions. Each question is pretty simple to create. You just type in the question at the top. You have the option of adding an image, and then you can type in anywhere from 2 to 4 answers, and you would just click simply which one you have as the correct answer. Another question to show you here. You can also choose to create a question that has multiple answers. So for this particular question, they can answer with any of these 3 options, and it would be considered correct. You do not have to choose an image every time. I've just done some memes, some funnies in the first few, because that's what interests my students, and they usually get a kick out of that, as keeps them interested in what we're doing. Once you are done creating your quiz, you can click Done. And the great thing about Kahoot is it gives you an option to test the Kahoot before you actually play it with your students. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that there. And this is basically a live demonstration of what would happen when you were to play the game with the students. On the left is what would be projected up on the board for our students to see. And on the right is a device, which would be what the student was holding. You can use it on a mobile device. You can actually log in from a Chromebook. We're going to play player versus player, the classic. It gives you a ready to join, and it'll pop up with a pin for your students to enter. So over here on the right, I'm going to act like I'm a student. I'm going to go ahead and put in the game pin. I will also enter my nickname. And then it'll appear here on the left as the teacher's screen, and we'll be ready to play. So I'll go ahead and click Start. Just another meme, funny for my students to see. You also have the go full screen to show your students on the projector. Number 1, what is Jay Gatsby's real name? Shows up with the colors of the symbol choices as students can choose. And we have James Gatz. Shows me that I got it correct with a green screen and a check mark. I also see the answer streak, that I've answered one question correctly in a row, and how many points that I've got. On the front, it would, for everyone and myself included, it would display how many students selected the correct answer. And before I click next, I could choose to review this concept, have a discussion. I would actually probably show my media again, because my students get a kick out of memes, and there is tons of memes to go with this particular book. Once we've covered all of that, we can move on to the next question. It shows my scoreboard there. Question number 2, which character had an affair with Tom? Again, on the right, this is what it would look like on students' devices. Go ahead and click Myrtle. Again, now my answer streak is up to 2. I've gotten the correct screen, and it'll show my results up there. Go to the next question. Before I get there, it shows me the scoreboard again. On this particular question, I'm going to show you what happens if you get it wrong. Nick is from, and I'm going to choose Canada. I got this question incorrect, so I have the red screen. It tells me that I lost my answer streak and that there's a big X. There's also usually some kind of motivational answer or motivational thing there about how don't be worried that you got one question wrong, get it on the next one. Scoreboard shows up after every single question, and like I mentioned, it gives you time to review the concepts with your students before moving on to the next question. Question number 4, which of these is a symbol from the book? This is the question that you can choose 3 answers and it would be correct. So I will click green light. I got it correct. Had I chose cars or Valley of Ashes, they also would have been correct on this question. I'm not going to take you through all 13 questions of my Kahoot that I created, but this is a great way to practice the game before you play it with your students and to see what they see.